Welcome, friends, to the weekly outlook. Boone here from Elliott Wave Pro. I didn't do a weekly outlook last week. I was on holidays and had poor internet connection, so I couldn't get it done. But you'll see that I put out a Bitcoin idea. I'm looking for this first target and the second target to be hit here. We have broken the low of wave A, so technically it can be over. Wave C down can be over. The only way you can really, because this may be over here, and we're sort of getting a correction in here. So if you get a break below here, then you can draw your trend line, and if you get a break out of that trend line, you can look for the buy to go and break this top, or it'll be a sell and you'll get down to the first target here. We just have to watch price action, really. Like I said, wave A may be over because this low here was broken in the wave C. So can't really draw your trend line yet, because this can be an A, B, C down for A, B, C. Come and test this trend line, or just keep on going up and break the top. So we just have to be careful. Wait for a setup, really. WTI, we've broken through the trend line. If we go to H4, we got Z up, we got a trend line break in here. If you got the sell in here, lovely, just hold it. Looking for a like W, X, Y, X, Z in here. So we'll most likely we'll get something like this in here to give us that Z down. So you can look for that Z down. I wouldn't be going to buy it. You'd have to draw the trend line and wait for a breakout before you can buy. I wouldn't be buying yet. We're looking for that larger correction on this. We'll go to the H. So I'm looking for a 50% retrace would be nice. If we can get a 50% retrace, we can really start to look for the long-term buys. But we need that retrace. We need that because we've got that 5 up now with bearish divergence. We're really looking for this larger correction in here. A, B, and a C before we get more upside. So yeah, I'm only really looking for the sells. If you get the sells, you can look for the sells and take the sells down to the 38.2 and the 50 fib. Gold's pretty tricky. It's very messy up here. There's no real clear structure. You can only scalp this. You can only scalp this. You can see here, if I zoom in a bit, this, we've got a double top here. It actually didn't quite break the top here, and we got a potential bear hidden divergence on the H4 here. So this can go down here. Price can go either drop here back down to the trend line, or we're getting a flat correction in here. a little flat correction in here for more upside. You can really only buy above the top and keep a tight stop loss, and scalp. You can only scalp gold at the moment because it's too unclear of what the actual structure is. So if we go down to the H1, you can see we've got an impulse up here. I'll get my pen. We've got an impulse up. Now this can be the flat correction in here for more upside. Like I said, the best way to trade this is have a buy stop just above the top. Wherever this, if this is a C wave coming down here, have your stop loss just under this C wave, and if you get triggered into this buy, that's the safest way to trade it at the moment. It's very risky, and I'd only be scalping the gold at the moment. DXY, we got a nice sharp move up here. If we go to the H4, we've got no bullish divergence, and we're getting a bear hidden divergence here. You can see that we're getting a bear hidden divergence. So more than likely, now this was just a one move up, so this may just be a one move up as well, instead of sort of a three wave move. We'll just get that one move, and this is looking the same. There is no buy or sell set up on it at the moment, but more than likely, because we got the potential of bear hidden divergence here, more than likely we will get the Z down, break the low, give us that bullish divergence here, give us a bullish divergence up in here, and then we can look for that buy. Yeah, it's going to be pretty tricky at the moment because there is no real setup on it. Yeah, there's no buy setups on it at the moment, buy or sell setups. So you virtually have to wait for a setup. For a sell setup, you'd want it to break through here, give a correction, some sort of a correction, and then break through to go and break that low. It's getting pretty dangerous at the moment because there's really nothing on it. AU, we had the 5 up on the H1, so we got the Z up. So we got the W, X, Y, X, Z. Now we've got a nice impulse down. Wait for the correction in here. See what we get in here. It could be a long drawn out correction, but we should at least get that C down for the A, B, and C down. Like Bitcoin, we got that C down. So look for that C down. We're in the waiting game at the moment because we've got to wait to see what sort of correction we get in here. And yeah, so just look for that C down basically this week. Again, GU, we've got internal H4 wave Y up. If we go on to H4, we'll see that we're getting bullish hidden divergence on here as well. We're getting a lot of these bullish hidden divergences, so we have to be very careful because the top can go up and get broken. we're still within this trend line here. We have really we've gone down to the 50 fib in wave white. So we have gone a little bit too far for a motive pattern. But we do have that bullish potential bull hidden divergence. So this still can be an X, and we get that Z up. This Z up here. Just go and break that top, and then we get the larger correction or a reversal. So I'd really only be looking for the buys because we have that potential bull hidden divergence. I'd be more inclined to look for the buys on this particular pair. How to trade it? See, there's no real setup. There's no buy or sell setup. We've sort of got a sharp move up here, sharp move down here. So this could be a little flat in here to finish off this move. Little flat in here. Get a C down. And then go and break the top up here. We'll just have to be careful. If you get the sell set up, you can take it, and if you get the buy set up, you can take it. Pretty much, it can go either way. But yeah, at the moment, even on H1, there's no buy set up or sell set up on it. EU's a little bit clearer. EU, we've got the Z up. We've got a W, X, Y, X, Z. We got bearish divergence, trend line break, and we do have a bear convergence here. So this one would be a bit better to trade than the GU. Wait for your sell setup. Wait for your correction in here. Wait for your larger correction, and then look for that sell. NU. NU has the potential of giving us this Z up still. So we got that W, X, Y, X. This is messing around in here. So we really not sure if we're going to get that Z up. We should get the Z up, but it's messing around down here. It should have just taken off here. It should have just taken off here if we're going to get that Z. Instead of it's giving us some sort of a correction in here, and maybe for more downside. Best way to trade it is, if you're looking for the short, put a sell stop just underneath here. Wherever this wave here ends, that'll be your stop loss if you get triggered. If you get triggered into the sell stop here, put your stop loss up here, and yeah, you want to keep tight stops. There's really no buy setup on it for the Z up. That's the problem, because we got such a deep correction here. Like this wave here was so deep, so that's telling me more than likely it's a flat correction for more downside. So we'll just have to watch that. UY. UY's given us a nice impulse down. This should be a nice sell this week. It's going to take a fair while to form this B wave, because we've got a nice A wave. So we're going to get a nice sort of B wave. We don't know what sort of structure we're going to get in this B wave yet, but yeah, I'll be more inclined to look for this C down. The A, wait for this B wave, and then get this C down. So that might be a nice trade this week. I wouldn't. You can look for the buys, but you can only scalp. The larger impulse will be to the downside, this C wave down. If you sort of get little flats, you can look for the buys, but they'll only be scalps. U Sheffy, I'd be more inclined to be buying the U Sheffy than the USD Japan. This is a lot clearer sort of a structure on the daily. So I'll be more inclined to buy this one because here we're looking for this C up. So this can break out and give us a nice for the A, B, C. So I'll be more inclined to buy the Sheffy than the USD Japan. So basically, if you get buy setups, buy the USD Sheffy, and if you're getting a sell setup, look to trade the USD Japan. UCAD, really messy. We don't have any bullish divergence. That's the problem. And if you have a look here, we have a potential bear hidden here. Again, like most of the pairs, we're getting that bear hidden. So I wouldn't be surprised if this does come down, break this low, then give us that bullish divergence, and then we can look for that nice buy setup. At the moment, it's really choppy. I'd only be looking for the buy on this one at the moment. You can look for the buy on this. There's no real nice setup at the moment. But if we get something like this as an internal A, B, C, some sort of a little flat correction, running or expanding flat, you can look to buy this. Again, you can just put that buy stop on. That's the safest way to trade. Put a buy stop just above the top. Wherever your wave C ends, put a stop loss just under that. And if you get triggered, put your stop loss on. And if it stays around here after you're triggered for too long, just get out of the trade. Just take a break even or a small hit, because more than likely it will just come straight back down. But yeah, I'd only be looking for the buys. EA, I put out an idea in TradingView as well. The first target's been hit, as you can see. Now we're sort of getting a bear setup here. So you can look for that sell. We don't have any bearish divergence. But yeah, we're sort of getting a bear flag sell here. So it might be a little bit risky to take at the moment, because it might just be a C down and give us more upside. But yeah, if you get that sell, take it and move it to break even as soon as possible, because we can go down and break this low here, this low here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the weekly outlook. Trade safe, and I'll see you out there next week. Enjoy.